Hi everyone. So I believe this is video number 12. It's hard to keep track. I don't even know what day of the week it is. And so today what I want to talk about is a couple of things in particular that just strike me as kind of hypocritical. So I've been noticing that people make a big fuss about celebrity children and how cute this baby is and oh my God, she's pregnant and all of this. And yet, I'm sure that we know plenty of people in our circle or, know people who do know who are pregnant. We don't make that fuss. Nor do we say, oh, this is the cutest kid ever, and we should post more about this kid. First of all, I think that kids should be off limits, number one. They shouldn't be put on Instagram and all of that stuff so much, because let them be kids and let them grow up like kids. So that's the one thing. So because some people make more of a fuss over the Kardashian kids than they do over their own kids or grandkids. They are not the cutest kids in the world. They are very cute, but they have people that can do their hair. They have people to dress them. They have people who give them clothes. There's a whole lot. It's like a whole franchise that goes into that. So, you have the Kardashian sisters, the Kardashian Jenner sisters, and then you have the upcoming Kardashian children. And they're all involved in something. So it's not that they are the cutest children in the world. I will tell you who I think is a cute kid who seems to be, even though they do spoil her a lot, but I think that Gabrielle Union's child, even T.I. and Tiny's daughter, you see them, they're dressed like little kids. They do little kid stuff. And so I don't know the whole of it, some of it I could be wrong. I could be making it up. I'm just living through the Instagram pictures that I see. So I'm saying let kids be kids. And if you're going to like a kid, like someone in your family, help a kid in your neighborhood or contribute to, somebody who needs help instead of being so fascinated by celebrity kids. The other thing I was thinking about was, and remember that they have nannies. Like I think they've mentioned that Kim has 2 or 3 nannies for her children. So while you see her in pictures with the kids, it's not always the involvement that a regular parent without a nanny would do. So we have to take those things into consideration. The other thing that I notice people talking about is the maternity style and how it's changed and it's so different, and expose your maternity belly because you should be proud of it. And they're using Rihanna and some of the other artists as examples. So I don't know what kind of job you'll have, but I know when I was pregnant with my children, I was a teacher. And I'm thinking if I went to work with my bra and a low-cut skirt under my belly, that would not have worked out too well. So yes, they can do that. And yes, be proud of your body, be body positive, but you have to take into consideration where they work, who they are around. So it's not like they're in a regular job where you can just go to work. If you work at McDonald's, are you going to dress that way when you're pregnant? If you work in the corporate world, you're going to give a presentation dressed that way. So you have to take into consideration. I definitely agree maternity clothes should be made much better than they were made when I was pregnant, because I look like an old hag. But you're not going to wear a bra to a presentation, nor you're going to wear the bra and the low-cut skirt to sit down and read a book to a bunch of kids. So you have to be a little more conscious of that stuff. I wrote some notes, so if you see me looking, that's why. And I was going to bring up the fact that there was recently a pre-K teacher who they were parents complaining because she dressed too sexy because her clothes were too tight and showed off her figure. I mean, you can't win one way or the other. Either they want you to show off your figure or they don't want you to show off your figure. Make up your mind for that. And the other thing I was reading about was these push gifts. Now, when I had my 2 kids, nobody gave me a push gift. Nobody gave me. It wasn't even a thought then. So yes, you have your children, and yes, it's something wonderful and exciting, and you did a fantastic thing, but how is it that you deserve a Rolls Royce for having a child? How is it that you deserve, like, I don't even know, some of these gifts are so outrageous. Why do you deserve a push gift for having a child? Yeah, you might deserve, a chain with a little uh kid figurine or a bracelet or something that you wanted, but to get a Rolls Royce because you had a child, that makes no sense to me. Put that money away for the kids' education or something. Donate it to a shelter for women who don't have a place to live with their children. And that brings me to my biggest concern. So as you know, Roe versus Wade was overturned by the current Supreme Court. And each state can now mandate what they want in terms of abortion rights. And for a lot of states, they've gone all the way back and are now denying abortion even for women who need it because of a medical reason. For people who have been raped, for cases of incest where the child becomes pregnant. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that the government should have any say in how the decisions that a woman makes for her own body. I don't think the government should deny a woman the right to an abortion if she has an ectopic pregnancy. Nor do I think, the government should deny a woman abortion if she is in need of it because the child is born outside of the uterus. So why are we allowing this to happen? And so I see so many women saying, that they're in favor of they're not in favor of abortions, and that people who are raped should have the kid, and children who are victims of incest or rape should have these kids even at the young age of 10, even younger. So why are you thinking that way when we have so many children in foster care, when we have so many kids that no one wants to adopt, no one wants to take care of, and it is the government's job to support these children, and no one is doing that? So if the government doesn't support them in terms of health care, in terms of food, in terms of housing, how are we going to add more kids to that? Because the reasoning is, well, you could have it and give it away to somebody who wants the child. First of all, the idea that they say you can have it already implies that it is an unwanted person. So say the child, have the child, put it up for adoption. People don't want to adopt children if they're not white. Let's be honest. People don't want to adopt biracial children. How many people don't go to Russia, don't go to Croatia, don't go to China, Korea to adopt children when there are so many children in need here? So why are we going to keep forcing people to have more children who are going to end up in the foster care system and then end up mistreated, mislabeled, and not adopted? I think that this is one case where all women should unite and say, the government should have no say on my body or the decisions that I make for myself. Yes, you should think about it. Yes, you should definitely go to some kind of counseling before you make your final decision. But you're the one that knows best. You're the one that knows, is this a good thing for you? And I'm not saying I'm against, people giving up their children for adoption and are willing. If you're willing to do that, more power to you. But for those that are not, that it might cause, some kind of pain, anguish, or whatever it is, I don't think a 10-year-old child needs to carry a child to fruition. But I think that is a decision that is made with the parents and counseling in mind. But I don't think the government should just step in and say no. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my thinking. So today it's about love the people that are surrounding you more than we love celebrities. Think about what we support, like this idea of maternity clothes. Wow, Rihanna looked gorgeous, and everybody, all these other women that are wearing all these clothes look wonderful. Those clothes are not practical for everyday life. Celebrities can do that. So, you know, it's about being aware of what's happening and does it fit my circumstance? And these push gifts, like to me, some of them are just outrageous. What do you need that for? Take the money, like I said, put it away for the child for later on. Don't, if you have that much money, you don't need to put it away. Donate it to a shelter, donate it to a foster home, donate it somewhere where they take children, and use it in a more positive way. Yes, we all like to get gifts, and yes, giving birth is a marvelous thing. Hi, I'm back because you'll see I'm wearing a different blouse. But when I was doing the other video, I got a call and then I got nervous and then I had to hang up, turn off the video and go see who was calling. So I just wanted to thank you all for watching the last video and tell you to be safe and be well.